they are not coming to power so far in the Middle East, and that's what people want to see change. They're fed up with being ruled by people who've been entrenched in power for so long. To be fair, these military, these Supreme Council people, they're not necessarily going to be standing for presidencies. Some people are. We don't know who yet. There are a number of politicians. Again, they're quite long in the tooth. I'm not being ageist about this. I'm just saying that in the eyes of the protesters, many of these people will represent an ancien regime that they want out.
Now that Mubarak has actually gone, not from the country as you say, but has gone as president, what sort of impact do you think that will have on the rest of the region? Because obviously it looked for a while like he was going to hang on in there for as long as he possibly could.
Imagine a lake, okay, Anita, and when Tunisia's Ben Ali went, a fairly sort of large stone was chucked into it and it sent out ripples. This is a boulder. A massive, great, big 10-ton boulder has been chucked into this lake, and the lake is the Middle East. The ripples from this removal of President Mubarak, by nothing short of people power, will go a long way.
Frank, I'm just going to interrupt you, sorry, because we're going to go to Egyptian state television, where we believe the army are making a statement.
Great historic time in Egypt history, and following decision from President Hosni Mubarak to step down as President of the Republic and to entrust the Higher Council of the Armed Forces to administer the affairs of the state. And we are all aware the magnitude of this issue and its seriousness before the demand of our great people everywhere to implement radical changes. The Higher Council of the Armed Forces is studying this issue, basing its effort on God's help, so that to achieve the hopes of our great people, the Higher Council of the Armed Forces will later on issue other statement that will define steps, measures that will be followed, stressing at the same time that there is no other way other than the legitimacy aspired by the people. The Higher Council of the Armed Forces salutes President Mohammed Hosni Mubarak for what he has given during his national time during the war and peace, and for his stances to prefer the high interest of the country. In this, the Higher Council of the Armed Forces salutes and is grateful and salutes the souls of the victims and the martyrs who have sacrificed their lives to protect the freedom and security of their country and all the members of our country. God will help us. Peace be upon you.
Okay, so that statement from the Egyptian army, from the Higher Council of the Armed Forces, Frank, saying that no other way other than the legitimacy desired by the people. This is clearly what the people want to hear, and the army presumably anxious not to leave too much of a vacuum or questions unanswered.